We went.
What is that weekend?
Welcome everyone to Off the Cuff. I am Adam Bates. Thank you for listening to the show. That song was Waking Up in Vegas because, Nellie, I just got back from Las Vegas.
I know you did.
That was the best vacation I've ever had in my life.
I've never seen any so excited people.
Yeah, I just have to.
Hey, everybody, by the way.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to get home to tell you guys about this trip to Vegas that I had. It was so completely crazy. Like, Vegas is like a cartoon with a bunch of beautiful buildings, lights. It's a fantasy land.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an awesome place.
I mean, that's what I felt like how I would feel if I ever went. That you were walking in like on a big amusement park or something.
Vegas was so much fun. I got there. I flew there first of all, and I flew Delta. When's the last time you've flown?
Oh, it's been a while.
Flying in 2015 is awesome. They have Dish Network. They have satellite radio, and they have Netflix on airplanes. In 2015, like, you can watch all of that because the flight to Vegas was like 3.5 hours long. So, and then I was on 2 layovers. I went to Delaware.
Delaware.
Delaware. Had to go, not Delaware, Detroit. I don't know why.
They took you way out of the way, didn't they? Well, see, if you'd went to Cincinnati, you could have got a straight-through flight.
But anyway, I got there.
Did you hear me?
Well, there was a mishap with the flights. I had a direct flight. Something happened. It was confusing.
Oh,
well, I get there. I meet up with I met up with one of my friends that I met at Chongo's wedding. Chongo's cousin.
Yeah.
My buddy Chongo from
Kelly.
Moorhead. Yeah, his name was Kelly. And I met up with Kelly. I met Kelly at Chongo's wedding.
Right.
And I told Kelly if I ever come out to Vegas, I want to hit him up. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. So I hit him up when I went out to Vegas. And he showed me around.
Oh, he lives there?
Yeah, he showed me around. He's lived there for 6 years.
Does he like it?
Yeah, he loves it. And he introduced me to one of his friends, and he was there born and raised. I said, his name was Marcus. And I said, Marcus, what was it like growing up in Vegas? I was like, did you ever, like, seeing it on TV and always seeing it in magazines and always being talked about? I said, did that ever impact you at all, like, growing up? What did you think about that? And he said that when he was little, he asked his mom one time, like, Mom, why does everybody want to come here? And his mom told him that they will only want to come here just because they've never been here, and they want to see it. And once they see it, it ain't going to be no big of a deal. But I tell you what, it was a big deal because I absolutely loved it.
Right.
It was great. So I went into the casinos when I got to Vegas. Planet Hollywood's where I stayed. I joined a poker tournament, Nellie, and I got to tell you what happened in this poker tournament. It's a story. So I joined this poker tournament. It's $100 to enter. $100. Give them a $100 bill. Of course, they ID'd me 2 or 3 times. I sit there, sit at the poker table. I said, "Oh, get me a drink." Well, drinks are free. You know what I'm saying? So they come up to me and they said, "What do you want?" I said, "Well, I was thinking." I said, "I'm from Kentucky. I'm in Las Vegas. So we'll have me a Makers and Coke." So I ordered me a Makers and Coke. They knew what it was. And they knew my accent, too.
Yeah.
And, they knew I was drinking it. She said, "Well, I got to see your ID." I said, I got a little irritated. And I was looking at her, I was getting a little irritated. And I said, here I am, a grown man, sitting here playing cards, and you ID me for a maker's mark. And she was like, okay. And we just kind of stared at each other for about 5 seconds, and I had to pull out my wallet and show her. So she won the battle. But anyway, I won the war because I got 3rd place at the poker tournament.
Awesome.
Well, I really didn't win, but 3rd place was an accomplishment for me.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yes, because Nellie, I sped it up a little bit. I told you I got 3rd place, but let me tell you what happened. So I get there. It's very intimidating.
Well, I'm sure.
I'm in Las Vegas, and there's men in suits. They
play cards for a living.
For the living, yes. Got hats on, sunglasses on, and here I come down with a Michael Jordan T-shirt and an off-the-cuff hat.
I love it.
And I sit down, and they all looked at me. I looked like I was 14.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there at the table, and, man, I just start, Nellie, I'd never been as lucky as I was that night. I had the hands of a champion. I mean, I was getting hands like I was getting flushes, straights, pairs, 2-pair, full houses. I was going nuts, and I was taking their money left and right. It was pretty cool. So it was in a big room, so everybody, there's like 10 tables.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's like at a table. There's like 10 people per table. There's like 10 people. So like eventually the tables keep dwindling, dwindling. Till it gets down to one table. There's finally one table left. So everybody started taking pictures. Here I was, still in my Michael Jordan t-shirt.
Cool. Did anybody take a picture of you?
I'm sure they did. Like,
but you didn't get to see it.
Well, hold on. I ain't finished yet. So it's getting down to the end, and this guy beside me is getting really irritated at me. He said, it's impossible to beat somebody who can't play cards. And I looked at him, I said, you mad? And he said, well, I ain't gonna be mad. He said, I ain't mad. He said, do I look mad? I said, yeah, you sound it. He was just being real irritable. Rude. A lot of rude people in Vegas. A lot of rude people.
Well,
that was the one.
With money.
That was probably a lot of pissed off people in Vegas.
Yeah, they've lost a lot of money.
But anyway, he was there beside me, and he was being really rude. And the next time came around, and I took off his money. He went all in. He called my bluff. I had a good hand. He thought I was bluffing. I pretended like I was bluffing. He flipped over, stupid hand. I had a great one. But I got to tell you what kept me in.
What did he say?
Oh, he was mad. He was mad. He just said, kind of patted me real hard, walked away. But I got to tell you what happened. What got me third place? There was only three people who could get placed. First, second, third. Each one of you got a prize. We got money. I won about $400 from it. Well, I was down fourth place. I really wanted that third place slot. I was really just nervous, and I was down to my last chips. And first place and second place that was in front of me was really, really good. They had like all three of them there. They had like a bunch of chips. Here I was in fourth place. I really wanted that third spot. And I knew I was about out, so I knew that my next hand was going to really be all I could have, all I could do. So I was playing Texas Hold'em, and I got 2-4, unsuited. My last hand, I was in fourth place.
Did you bet shit?
2-4. I was just like, I can't believe this. I have two cards, 2-4. That's terrible hand. I was like, these guys are going to have better hands. So I was like, you know what? I'm all in. All I had, just a little bit. No, I mean, I was just like, screw it. Flop came. First card. 3. Second card.
5.
4.
Oh.
Third card. 5. So, already, I had it straight in my hand. Here comes the rear card. Another 2.
Oh, wow.
So, everybody called it. Didn't think I had nothing. I won the pot. Fourth guy went out. I got third place. Then I lost the next hand. The guy had a pocket aces. And I turned around and I told him, I said, if I was going to go out of this game anyway, it would have been to that hand, pocket aces. That's the best hand in poker. And I shook his hand. And people got a picture of that one. I shook his hand, and I went over there and took a picture with the casino owner, with my check. I was happy. That was the highlight of my trip.
Cool. I can't believe nobody got pictures of that.
I wish, but the sports bookie is crazy. That's where you make your money. It's like Wall Street. There's TVs everywhere. The schools.
Did you say
the teams,
Kelly always went with you?
and the spreads? Yeah, and the spreads of the teams. Like, it's like Kentucky versus Auburn.
Yeah.
I bet. Well, I'm not even going to talk about that. Kentucky versus Auburn. That was terrible. Did you watch it?
No.
Mark Stoops needs to get fired.
Well.
He's awful. Like, I've always spoke negative about Mark Stoops. He's not that. He's an excellent recruiter.
But why if he don't know what he's doing?
He can't coach the guys. He recruits. His coaching staff isn't the best in the world. The football program has a lot behind it. It just needs something. I don't think Mark Stoops is a good fit anymore. Ultimately, you need a program to win.
Yeah.
And Kentucky's not winning. And I'm sick of not winning in football.
Really, me too.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had some good recruits.
Yeah. But anyway, Vegas.
It could really be something,
Vegas was one of the best times of my life, and I had a good time. Nellie, you got to go back with
Did
me.
you see my pink?
Where'd you get that?
Off a clip in there.
Okay, but I'm telling you, you have to go with me sometime.
To Vegas?
Yeah.
I want to.
You're gonna go?
I'm ready. I
When?
wish I had the money. I'd go tomorrow.
Really?
I'm serious.
Tomorrow. So Nellie, what's been going on with you? Tell everybody.
Oh, not a whole lot.
Not a whole
I've been
lot.
keeping my granddaughter, so
How's that going?
it's makes me tired.
You tired all the time?
A lot.
You got a birthday coming up.
Well, it's a little while, Jim.
It is, ain't it? I just said that because it is a long time off.
Yours is a few days after mine.
Mine is, ain't that crazy?
Mine's the 17th, and his is the
We
20th.
could always, no matter where we lived in the world, we could always
Let's
just meet
think
up
of each
once
other
a
on
year.
those days.
Or we could meet up and just party on our birthdays. Could we do that?
Like we do now.
Yeah. We always do
No, you
something.
usually go somewhere with your buddies.
Yeah, but we always do end up doing something.
I know it.
We do. So Nellie, have you been keeping up with anything going on in the media? Did you hear about Lamar Odom?
Yes, that was crazy.
Yes, he overdosed on Viagra and cocaine.
Well, you know, they had a thing. Do you see a thing on Facebook about that poor soldier
No.
that was in a really bad explosion? It messed his face up, and they put a picture of him and a picture of Lamar.
Oh yeah, and it said
yeah, they
that
said
the Lamar Odom story got so much coverage and the other one didn't.
nobody knew it.
Yeah, well, that was awful. What happened to that soldier? Gosh.
That was really horrible. Felt so bad for him.
Yeah, well, you know,
But,
America is wrapped up in what's
But
going
I do
on in the
wanna
lives
thank him.
of.
I mean-
yeah, America is wrapped up in what goes on in the lives of celebrities. It's sad,
Well,
but I mean, both stories were negative. Both stories were, well, courageous, but negative endings.
yeah.
For one, negative endings for both, because Lamar's was just negative all around. He's got problems. He's a drug addict. He needs to really get help. He needs to if he gets better, he needs to go to rehab.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he's a drug addict. We don't need
God.
people in the world that are drug
And
addicts.
he may not ever be the same.
He needs help.
You know it?
Yeah. You know,
Oh, he's gonna get help.
there's no excuse for you to be on drugs. I mean, how ignorant are people that are on drugs? That's the stupidest thing
It's
ever.
crazy. It's crazy.
The-
I mean, there's stuff out there you live every day. Well, it's just like my friend Kim. She had a.
And let me be clear, I'm not talking about marijuana. I'm
Oh, I
talking,
know
and
that.
I'm talking about hardcore prescription medicine like painkillers, Percocets, Lortabs, OxyContin. When you're doing that junk and you don't need it, if you need it, it's wonderful. It's a great
Yeah,
thing.
but Adam-
if you don't need it, and you're just doing it for a high.
Have cancer like I did, and
But
my,
you needed
my
it.
friend just had a stroke.
But you needed it.
I'm just saying, there's more to live for than dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You sound
I mean,
like a MSNBC commercial. Down, down, down. There's more to live for than dope.
I'm the new
Down,
slogan.
down, down.
I'm the new slogan.
You the new spokeswoman, not the slogan.
That's their new slogan.
So much was going on in Vegas, though. That was going on. That happened in Vegas. Another thing going on in Vegas was the Democratic presidential debate. Did you watch it?
No.
I watched it.
I'm so sick of seeing them people I could throw up.
I watched it. They had it on down in the poker room on TV. I watched it down there. Hillary Clinton is terrible. I do not like her. If I had to vote for a Democrat, I don't know who I would vote for.
I don't either.
I really don't know who I would vote for. I'm for Donald Trump, I think. I really am. I don't really know if I could
I don't know what's going
pick a
on.
better candidate. Jeb Bush, no, enough Bushes. Rand Paul, you just need to come back to Kentucky.
He ain't from here originally.
The other
is he?
woman, Fiona, what's her face? What's her name? Fiona what?
Oh, I don't know.
She needs to go.
Look,
And
there they are.
Ben Carson, no. Christie, no. Yeah, there they are talking about politics on Late Night with Seth Meyers. Do you like Late Night with Seth Meyers now? You back to disliking him?
I do not like him.
You back to disliking him. You liked him for a minute.
But it didn't take long to
We
get
have
over
it on the show that you like him.
It didn't take long to get over it, I'm telling you.
Really?
Oh, he gets on my last nerve. I think he's gay and don't know it.
Seth Meyers?
Yeah. I'm serious. Or he knows it and ain't telling none of the rest of us.
I don't know. I don't know, Seth.
I think it was that pipe that made that noise a while ago. That pipe in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Did you hear that noise?
No, I didn't.
I heard a noise.
Where? I think this place is haunted.
Oh, you cracked me up.
It does.
Don't. Ken is already scared. She's with the lights. She puts her head underneath my shirt in the back.
Wow.
And basically walks. She takes every step I take. I'm serious. Oh, Lord. She's afraid.
Okay. That's interesting. Well, could you please? No, Nellie. What are you doing over there doing? So our producer over there is messing up, not being able to play her music. Nellie, what is wrong with our producer? Just
I don't
slow,
know.
are they? Slow.
I think he was drinking.
I think he's been drinking too. What are you drinking on there, producer? You drinking some Kentucky Maker's Mark? I told you I drank Maker's Mark, didn't I?
Yeah, about 10 times.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, well, thank you for listening to the show, Nellie. Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
I'm glad you're back, but I know you had a good time. I just wish I could have been there with you.
Oh, man.
We'd had a ball.
Could you imagine that?
That'll be a trip to tell them about.
You're right. See you, ladies and gentlemen.